So there was a gentleman that commented on one of my videos that stated that he had evidence that the Freemasons were behind the stalking, the gang stalking, and his evidence was people wearing attire, Masonic attire, on his Instagram. Okay, I want to make it very clear. Okay, there has been a very high increase in the number of people wearing Masonic symbolism, like wearing attire, Masonic attire. Some of it's not even Masonic attire, some of it is just clothing that's clearly not Masonic with Masonic symbolism on it. Predominantly the compass, square, and the G for gnosis, which means knowledge in Greek. Why am I saying this? What people need to understand is you don't need to be a Mason to buy Masonic attire. There's a lot of places that it's like the Boy Scouts. Okay, you don't have to be a Boy Scout to buy equipment from the Boy Scouts of America. You just have to go to either their website, or like when I was a kid, you would go to the trading post, the Scout trading post. The Boy Scouts is actually very similar to Freemasonry in the sense that it's very similar with the rites of passage and things of that nature. But my point is that if you think Masons are behind gang stalking, you're probably not thinking things through as clearly as you should be. Now, there has been an influx of Masonic symbolism in rap videos and things like that. Now, there are people on Instagram, like I get invitations all the time to the Illuminati and this group or this secret order or that secret order. Let me give you a hint. You're not special. You're not being invited to a secret order. This is just a way to sell you an ideology, philosophy, and make you feel special. It's marketing, is what it is. I don't fall for this because I am an occultist, or at least I was an occultist before I gave it up for scientific pantheism, really. I don't see anything occult about occultism. I don't see anything secret about occultism. I don't see anything mystical about mysticism. A lot of this is just hocus pocus to make people that participate in these things feel special. Now, I do believe that there is special knowledge that is overlooked in these systems, but this isn't secret knowledge. It may have been secret back maybe a few thousand years ago, but so was mathematics. My point is, and I still have to do that video on the occult history of mathematics. I forgot to do that. My point is that these people that presume that just because somebody's wearing Masonic attire that they are a Mason are incorrect. Not all Masons are Masons. This is a thing, a friend of mine, I won't name her name or mention where she's from, but she was under the perception that Freemasons were like all pro-abortion and all this stuff. Now, most Freemasons tend to be, at least most regular Masons. Now, what do I mean not all Freemasons are Freemasons? There's two different types of Freemasonry. There are regular Masons, and you have to be a male. You cannot be a female to be a regular Mason. And you must believe in a creator, and you must meet certain standards, certain criteria. Not so with irregular Masons. Now, where is regular Masonry popular? Regular Masonry is popular in England, Scotland, well, Great Britain, the former British Empire, like India, and, Jamaica, places like that, and of course, the United States, because the United States, most of the founding fathers, but most of the influential founding fathers were Masons. Canada, of course, and Mexico. When you start getting deep into South America, and when you start getting into Europe and Asia, this is no longer regular Freemasonry, this is irregular Freemasonry. and they allow women to be Masons. They allow atheists to be Masons. This is not so in regular Masonry. So you don't have the same criteria which would cause people to be conservative that you would in regular Masonry. So the irregular Masons are not true Masons, because remember, Masonry was created in England. It was not created everywhere. So the irregular Masons do not come from the same line as the other Masons from Great Britain, the United States, Mexico, the former British Empire, etc. They don't come from that lineage, that ideological lineage of Masonry. They are something else. They are borrowing the symbolism, but are lacking in the criteria of Masonry. So they're calling them not... Now, there's nothing saying that you can't call yourself a Mason and not be a regular Mason. And that's another thing, is people presume that everything is neat and ordered and, you know, it's a global conspiracy, but it's really not. It's basically a fraternal order. A lot of the stuff they do is raise money for education, raise money for charities, things of that nature. And even if you do have proof that a Mason committed a crime, or a number of Masons were in conspiracy to commit crime, not that I don't think that you would ever find that, but even if you found that, that's not the same thing as saying all Freemasons or the organization of Freemasonry is implemented in the commission of crime or is working with other Masons to orchestrate crimes, as you see with the Vatican, where the Vatican is covering up sexual abuse left and right, and working to cover up and protect pedophiles left and right. You don't see that in Freemasonry. You do see that in the Vatican. Okay? So I'm using that as an example because a lot of Catholics are led to fear the Masons for the same things that the Vatican is doing. Now, how do I know this? Is it because I'm a Mason? No, it's because I looked things up. If you take your time and really pick everything apart, most Masonic books are available to the public. In fact, the Masonic Temple, which is the big schmuckety schmuck or whatever, the big show where they have all the initiation chambers and all that, or initiation halls, different halls that are done differently. I'll leave a link to it in Philadelphia. It's a gorgeous building with many gorgeous initiation halls. They have a Masonic library that's free to the public. So all of the secrets of Freemasonry are freely available to the public. In fact, the word Freemasonry, free, think about that, free. So it was apart from the confines of the monarchy, of the church, and of society. It's all about individual freedom, okay, under the confines of the criteria of Masonry to better the person. And that's all for this video. I really think I want people to follow the link so that they can see anyone can get Masonic clothing or clothing with Masonic symbolism. Anyone can say they're a Mason. It doesn't make them a Mason. And in fact, certain Masonic orders are not even really Masonic orders. And that's all for this video.